الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن صار على نهجه واقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أما بعد، قال الله تبارك وتعالى: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Brothers and sisters, once again welcome to Masjid As-Salam for the weekly dars. Tonight our dars will be inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala about the virtues of ghusl of the dead person, and how to give ghusl and how to give kafan to the dead body. First of all, the virtues of giving ghusl, shower to a dead body. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he mentioned, whoever he give ghusl to the dead body and he keep the secret of the dead person, then he will be free from his sin as he is a newborn baby. Subhanallah. This hadith is in Sunan Ibn Majah. Another hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he mentioned, whoever gave ghusl to the dead body and he hide it or keep secret his whatsoever he saw, the sign upon that person, Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala will forgive him 40 times. And Allah tabaraka wa whoever give kafan to a dead person, Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala will give him the clothes of the silk, sundus wa istabraq of the Jannah, insha'Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. This hadith is Imam Hakim, he narrated, and Imam Albani said that is authentic and sound hadith. It's a huge reward, brothers, and also that is a right of the dead person upon us to give ghusl to the dead body in respect. Second mas'ala is a person who give ghusl to the dead body that have to be trustworthy person, not every person which he goes inside, when he comes outside and he says whatsoever he saw there, have to be trustworthy. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he mentioned, لِيُغَسِّلْ مَوْتَاكُمْ الْمَأْمُونُونَ, Sunan Ibn Majah. The dead body have to be washed by the trustworthy amongst you. Hadith is in Sunan Ibn Majah. Another hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he mentioned, whoever keeps secret of his Muslim brother and sister, he keep the shortcoming of the Muslim brother and sister, then Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala will cover his shortcoming in this dunya and hereafter. Hadith is in Musnad Imam Ahmad in Sunan Ibn Majah. From this, when we choose or give wasiyah that such a person will wash my body, have to be trustworthy to you, not every person, because the body of the human, it is secret. All the time, alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala said, Ya bani Adam, qad anzalna alaykum libasan yuwari sawatikum wa risha. We already covered our sawat, that's why we don't want to be uncovered when we pass away. What is the hukum of washing a dead person's body? Either that is mustahab sunnah, or this is compulsory, or fard kifaya. Of course, ulama say that is, some ulama say that is compulsory, wajib. But some of them say that is fardu kifaya. If some people, they have done it, there will be no sin upon the others. But some of the ulama say that is compulsory. Why? Because hadith which is in Bukhari and Muslim about the Sahabi, when he was on his way to Baytullah al-Haram, and he fell down from his whatsoever he was riding on, then his neck broken and he passed away. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he mentioned اغسلوه بماء وسدر, wash him. اغسلوه, this is amr, wash him. As long amr order from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, then we understand to wash the dead person, it is compulsory. It is compulsory. Hadith is in Bukhari and Muslim. Also, when the daughter of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Zainab radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she passed away, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, she told to the lady which she was washing her, اغسلنيها ثلاثة, wash her 3 times, 5 times, and 7 times. This hadith is authentic and sound hadith in Bukhari and Muslim. Those ulama who say this is farz kifaya. Farz kifaya means if one person have done it, there is no sin upon others. Sin upon others. They take the same ahadith. They say there is not compulsory on every person to go and wash the dead person. But anyway, that is a compulsory. We have to take it serious, and that is a right of that person upon us. Who is the right person? Who is the right person to wash the dead body? First person which has a priority, that is al-wasi. If I pass away, before I pass away, I write, such a person will give me wash after my death. That is the right person. That is the right person for that person to be washed. Or if he is not there, his father, his son, or closest family member. Closest family member. Kayfiyat al-ghusl, how we will wash the dead person. First of all, we will take the dead body to a sacred place. Even though some of the ulama mention the place if it's a bit darker, better, because you cannot see the dead's body properly. Subhanallah. Some of the ulama says. But if it's covered place which is sealing there, that is the best place to wash the dead person. When you take it there, then you take the clothes off. Take the clothes off. Before you taking clothes off, you put a garment from his knee up to the belly button. Have to cover. This is for the man and woman. Man and woman. Cover from the knee up to the belly button. And the rest of the clothes will be off. A person who want to wash the dead person he is not allowed to wash it with the bare hands. Have to have a gloves or another garment around his hand and touch the body. Touch the body. Every mas'ala there is a hadith from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Because of the short of time, we make it short. Inshallah tabaraka ta'ala, I won't mention the ahadith. Then what he will do, the first thing is the dead body, you make it just like sitting, just you bring it up, his head is up like that, then push on his stomach. For slowly, you have to deal with the dead body very gently, very carefully, because the dead person can realize the pain as well. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, can realize the pain. Therefore, gently you have to just press the stomach. If there is anything in the stomach to come out, at the same time when you press, put a lot of water to carry on and clean. Then, as long there will be a garment on the awrah from the knee till the belly button, then a person, he will take his hand and clean those places. Clean those places like istinja. What we do in istinja. We'll clean, make it clean and tidy. That is once, and twice, and 3 times, till make sure that everything is clean and tidy. Then afterwards, I will say it's simple, will give the dead person wudu, like we make wudu. Start from the hands and finish with the feet. The same way. We hands, then the only thing is there is no mazmada in istinshaq. Do not put water in the mouth, because when you put the water, that goes straight to the stomach, and that's not good. Not good afterwards. Then just wet your finger and touch the teeth in the top. And wet your finger and put it in the nose. That's it. That's all. That will be the enough one. Then afterwards, face and also hands, and then must have the hair in the ear, and that's the head or in the ear, and also afterwards the feet, right and the left. Complete wudu as we make wudu. When you have done that, and there will be water. What we use in the water. In the time of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when the Sahabi which was going to Hajj, he was in Ihram, he passed away. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, wash him with the water in Sidr. What is Sidr? In that time, Sahaba, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were using Sidr. Sidr as a tree. Sidr is a tree which can be grown in the deserts. There are in the desert and also in the gardens as well, in the cities as well. And that's mostly in Egypt first, that is in Yemen, in Egypt as well, in Saudi Arabia as well, in other part of the Syria as well. That plant is there a lot, and different fruit has a yellowish and green one as well, and black fruit as well. The fruit is very nice. The same thing is the leaves. What is called sidr, to take the leaf and dry it, then afterward make it pieces. When you put it in the water, that subhanallah make like sabun, like a soap. Make the body very clean and tidy, like you using body wash or sabun nowadays, subhanallah. Put that one in the water. After the wudu, the first thing you do, put water on his head and beard. If he has a beard, then wash the head nicely and the beard nicely. Then what you will do, after that you have done that, then afterwards start from the right hand. Put water on the right hand, bring it that side a bit on the left, and wash the side and the right leg and right side, or put a lot of water to be clean. Then the left side. Do the same thing. Wash it as well. How many times we will wash? How many wash? You can wash it 3 times, 5 times, 7 times. If it's needed, that person was a bit dirt was on it, or need more to be washed, you carry on washing it. Carry on and wash. Otherwise, from 3 to 7. 3 odd numbers. That's why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told to the Sahabiya, which was washing the daughter of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to wash her 3 times or 5 times or 7. 3 or 5 or 7 times. Now, if there any najasa, unclean things, the urinate or anything else comes out, then what you'll do, wash the same place. Wash that place. As long you had already give the shower, already you wash the place, you wash that place again, and what you do, you give wudu only, not to wash straight away or all. Give wudu. Like a live person, wudu breaks. He make wudu only. For example, a person, he makes ghusl of janaba. Then afterwards, he breaks his wudu. He doesn't have to wash all his body, only make wudu and that's all. We will do the same with the dead person as well. After that, when the washing completed, then you have a towel, take a towel and give it dry the body of the dead person. Why? Because Sulaym radiallahu ta'ala anha, she said in that hadith, فَإِذَا فَرَغْتِ مِنْهَا فَأَلْقِي عَلَيْهَا ثَوْبًا نَظِيفًا. When you wash the daughter of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told to that lady, if you washed her, then put a clean garment upon her. It means a towel to dry her. Afterwards, when you dry the body, you can use the utur. Utur, perfume. Perfume, you use it three times. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, إِذَا جَمَّرْتُمُ الْمَيِّتَ فَأَجْمِرُوهُ ثَلَاثًا. رواه Imam Ahmad في مسنده وصححه الباني. When you use perfume three times. And another hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told, wash it up to 7 times, the last time with kafur. The last time with kafur. First, we will wash it with what? Sidr. Sidr is that, like you can use sabun. So, it will be simple as that. The last one is kafur. What is kafur? Kafur is a small things. I do not know English name for it. You put that one in a bucket of water, and the last one you put the water all on his or her body. Ladies to ladies, men to the men. And what for? That will give nice smell. And that's all. Kafur gives nice smell. Nowadays, utur, we have different kind of utur. You can use that. Where can you use those utur? This athar from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he mentioned, Al-kafur yudaw ala mawadi' al-sujud. Perfume, utur, kafur, put it on the place of the sujood. On the forehead, on the nose, on the hands, on the knees, on the feet. These are the mawadi' of sujood, the places we make sajda upon that. Also put it in the armpit and anywhere you would like. But this Abdullah ibn Mas'ud says, just put it on the places which you make sujood upon that. That is the saying of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu. To put that one, that is the best inshaAllah tabarak wa ta'ala, because this is the advice of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu. This is one mas'ala. With that, there is one mas'ala left, which is if the nails and mustaches are very long, the dead person, or a person, he didn't cut his armpit here, or the hair below the belly button. What shall we do with that? Shall we cut or not? Shall we cut or not? In this mas'ala, which is there is debated between the ulama, disputed between the ulama, I will just mention the ara and the thoughts of the ulama to you, inshaAllah tabarak wa ta'ala. And finally, I'll tell you what is the decision and the most of the ulama, and also Sheikh ibn Uthaymeen and Sheikh ibn Baz rahmatullahi alayhi. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, he says it is haram to cut all these, what I mentioned. It is haram. There is no, why? Because there is no hadith. Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayhi, he is with him, but he said that is bid'ah, innovation. If you do so, that is innovation. Imam Shafi'i rahmatullahi alayhi, in one of his saying, he has two sayings. One of saying he said that is makruh, that is disliked. And another saying of his, Qawl al-Jadid, he says, this is not sunnah and not mustahab. If you do it, okay. If you don't do it, no problem. Some of the ulama, from amongst that is Imam Ahmad rahmatullahi alayhi. And also Imam Ahmad, he has two say as well. With Jamhur ulama, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad, which is most famous saying of Imam Ahmad, is that is haram. Don't touch it, don't do anything. But one of the riwayat, the second saying of Imam Ahmad is that is allowed to do so. Allowed to do so. Those ulama who say that it's not allowed to do, why? Because there is no hadith, first of all. As long there is no hadith, don't touch it, leave it as it is. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't say anything. Secondly, that is a awra mughallata, serious awra, part of the body of the human. How are you going to do that? Without, you have to see that. You have to see. Then that is awra to see. That is not allowed to do. To even for the alive man and also dead person, the same. Don't see it. You're not allowed to see. Why you do that? Why you doing that? And those ulama who are saying that is allowed to do, they say this is from fitna, sunan al-fitra, sunan al-fitra, is sunan from sunan of the Anbiya. Sunan Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that we have to send the dead person to Allah tabarak wa ta'ala clean and tidy. The most authentic in which most of the ulama says, don't touch it, leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. But Imam Ibn Baz rahmatullahi alayhi, he mentioned, if you cut the nails, it is showable, people can see it. If you cut the nails and mustaches, that is okay. But don't touch the secret part. Don't touch it. Don't touch the secret part. But those ulama who says it, that is allowed to do, they have a lot of saying, a lot of explanation, who have to do it and how he have to do it, and a lot of explanation. Let's take the simple, don't touch those parts, wash it, give it sinja, wash it clean and tidy, and that's enough. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Inshallah ta'ala, that will be the end the end of the ghusl. With that we finish the ghusl, alhamdulillah. After ghusl there is another thing to do, which is kafan. To give kafan to the dead body. To give kafan to the dead body, there is a difference between man and woman. Difference between man and woman. Ghusl for the man and woman is exactly the same, no difference, except in kafan. Kafan is the first thing is that is mustahab. It is better the kafan will be white color. Why? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, albisu min thiyabikum al-biyud wa kaffinu fihi mawtakum. Wear cloth, white color cloth, and give a kafan to your dead people as well. That is a sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the second one, for a man there will be 3 garments for the man, and for the woman will be 5 garments. Okay, men, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she said, كفنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في 3 أثواب بيض سحولية ليس فيها قميص ولا عمامة متفق عليه. Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم kafan was 3 cloths, and that was white color. There was no qamis, and no imama, to put imama on the top. This hadith is in متفق عليه. This hadith is in Bukhari and Muslim. What we learn? That for the man will be 3 kafans. How are we going to give kafan? We will put the dead body, lift it up and put it in the middle. First one, bring it on the top. The second one and the third one, all together. When you put all together, then tight it from the head side. The kafan have to be above the head. Tight it here as well. Tight it in the middle as well, tight it below the feet as well, have to be below the feet, tight it these 3. Then when the janazah finished and when you want to put the dead body into the grave, then open these all 3, what's called in English? Knots. These 3 knots, open the 3 knots afterwards. That is the kafan of the man. There is no difficulties on that. Even though it is allowed to give kafan in one cloth only. One cloth only it is allowed, as long as the one cloth cover the body, cover the awrah. But the best is 3 for the men. The best is 3 for the men. As Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his kafan was 3 cloths. Also, one kafan is allowed. Why? Atiyya radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she said, لما فرضنا ألقى الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم إلينا حقوه فقال أشعرنها إياه. Al-Bukhari. When we gave a ghusl to them, daughter of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he gave his haqq. Haqq is a lung. Lung means the something which muhrim, when you go for the ihram, you put it on your from the belly button down. This is called izar. It's called izar. Gave us izar. In Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam told her to make this kafan for her. This is allowed. In hadith is authentic in Sahih al-Bukhari. And also we are allowed to give kafan in two garments as well. 2 garments as well. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he told to the Sahaba about the Sahabi which was muhrim and he passed away. اغسلوه بماء وسدر وكفنوه في ثوبين. Wash him with the water and sidr and give kafan in 2 garments. 2 lifafas, lifafatain. That hadith is in Bukhari as well. This all allowed. This all allowed, alhamdulillah. But the best one is to be 3. To be 3, inshaAllah tabaraka wa ta'ala. How about situation comes, there is not enough garments to cover all the body. Which part is most important? Either head till this part to the knee, or from the legs to the belly button. Best is to cover the head till the knee. Like Mus'ab ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he passed away in Battle of Uhud, there wasn't enough kafan for him. The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told, cover his head and leave the legs uncovered. That is the sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. How about if the family after all this preparation, ghusl is done, kafan is done, but the dead body brought to the family, is the family allowed to see the dead person or not? Yes, it is allowed to see. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he says, I saw Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was kissing Abdullah ibn Mad'un radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he passed away. Then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kissed him, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was crying and tear was coming down from his eye. Also Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam passed away, he went and kissed the forehead of who? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If a friend's family would like to see the dead person, that is sunnah to leave it. Leave to them to see the dead person. Now we'll talk briefly about the kafan of the lady. Kafan of the lady will be 5 garments. We call in Sharia called izar, qamis, khimar, lifafatain. One is izar, another one is qamis, another is khimar. Khimar means scarf. Scarf to put in, another 2 lifafatain, 2 big garments to cover it. One and the second. Why 5? Because awra. Lady, she looks after herself in this dunya. Subhanallah, clothes. On the top of the clothes is hijab there, subhanallah. That's why we look after her, that she won't be uncovered when she passes away. Hadith there is Layla bint Qanif al-Thaqafiyya. There is hadith when Kalthum, daughter of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, she passed away. Then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told them to give kafan in these 5 things which I mentioned before. And another special thing about the lady has a long hair. What we will do with the long hairs? Long hairs, the ladies will make a plaits. Okay, 3 plaits from the hair, 1 and 2 and 3, and put it in the bag. And that is enough. Hadith Atiyya radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Why we do that? قالت ذكرنا شعرها 3 قرون وألقيناه من خلفها متفق عليه. when Kalthum radiallahu ta'ala anha, she passed away, we met these three, what the brother said, in plates, and then we put the hair in the bag. Hadith is in Bukhari and Muslim. This is all about the ghusl of the dead person for the man and woman. Women also, the difference is to give five garments, and about the hair as well, we will make that. And that's all, but the rest is exactly the same. That's all, inshallah ta'ala, for today's test. Hayyakum Allah. Anything? Next verse, inshallah ta'ala, will be, we already talked about the janazah prayer, how to pray. After janazah, we take the janazah, how we walk with the janazah, how we walk, side by side, in front, and how we carry. When we take the janazah to the grave, let's talk about the grave as well. How did the grave have to be? How wide the grave have to be? There is a shak in lahad as well. Shak in lahad. What is shak and what is lahad? We will talk about that as well, inshallah. Then how we going to put the dead body into the grave? How? From which side? From the right side, left side, from the leg side, from the head. When we bury him, how high the grave have to be? Are we allowed to give bayan, lecture there? One person stand there and give lectures and carry on and carry on. Are we allowed, when we bury the dead person, that the grave is completed, are we allowed to read the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah and the end of Surah Al-Baqarah on another surahs or not? What we will do? This, inshallah ta'ala, will be the end of, there are a lot to learn, but the end which is most famous and important for us to do, inshallah ta'ala. Brothers agree, inshallah? Inshallah.
Brother, if I make wasiyah for my family, to make, like, for example, like Sheikh Hemayutullah to wash my body, and my family, they don't want this person to wash my body.
If I get two situations, Abu Abdullah, if you made a wasiyah for me that I wash Abu Abdullah, people will, first of all, if I am pious, active, no problem with me, there is no fisq on me, then I am the right person that they have to obey your wasiyah. That is because your wasiyah is according to the sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You didn't make wasiyah against the sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alright? Then they have to follow. If they don't, they will make a sin. They will make a sin, and that's all. But if there is something wrong with me, I'm not active Muslim, something wrong with me, I've been away. I was, when you are alive, I was good when you passed away. In that time, I've been astray. Then, if they stop from the wasiyah, that is okay, no sin upon them. Inshallah. Yeah.
Sheikh,
Yes.
you mentioned in Ghusl Kafan when Prophet Muhammad says, they washed one of the shuhada. From my understanding is the shuhada in the battles, they don't wash them, they bury them with their clothes, and this is what I understand. I don't know if it's wrong or...
No. Actually, shaheed, talk about the shaheed doesn't have to be washed. And there is no kafan for the shaheed as well. But Mus'ab ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was a rich man, we call young man in Mecca, and he has using perfume in Mecca. A lot from the far distance people can smell the perfume. But when he been there, he doesn't have enough thing to cover him. That's why he says you find out something to cover his head till the aura. You see.
But with shuhada, we didn't need.
In the shaheed, no need to wash, no need for the kafan. Even though no janazah, some of the ulama says, but if you do the janazah prayer, no problem, as Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam have done it on shuhada as well, shuhada of Uhud as well. Jazakallah khair. Yes.
Another small.
Yes.
With the Prophet and the messengers, the kafan and the janaza will be the same? I know that Prophet Muhammad didn't take their clothes. When they wash them
with the kameez. Yes. What happened when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam he passed away? Sahaba, they were in dispute. Some were they were saying that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away. Some says no, he didn't pass away. Some of them were so silent, like Uthman and Ali and Umar who were so strict. He said no, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam not passed away. If any one person says I will chop his head, then the time come with Abu Bakr Siddiq who told that whoever worshipping Allah, Allah Tabaraka Ta'ala is Hayy la Yamut, He is alive, never died, and whoever were worshipping Muhammad Sallallahu passed away. Then he read this ayah, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ الرُّسُلُ أَفَإِنْ مَاتَ أَوْ قُتِلَ انقلبتم إِلَىٰ أَعْقَابِكُمْ إِلَىٰ آخِرِ الآية. Then the time of Ghusl came to give Ghusl to the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They says, shall we uncover Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam or not? Because the usual thing was, the sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was to uncover the dead person, the dead body. Now, here is speciality. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam passed away. Shall we uncover him or not? Then in hadith, which is Musnad Imam Ahmad rahmatullahi alayhi, he says that the hadith, there is call, someone called to respect someone called that respect your prophet, wash it as long he has his qameez on him. Then the Sahaba, he washed Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam while his qameez was on him, and they put their hands, put a garment, hands under the qameez, washed Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That was Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and two sons of Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and Abu Talha radiallahu ta'ala anhu, who is the one who dig a grave for who? From Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. There was 5 to 6 Sahaba. Osama bin Zayd radiallahu, jazakallahu kulla khair. Osama bin Zayd radiallahu ta'ala anhu was with them as well. Yes, that's happened to, that's why some of the ulama say that I didn't mention it here. No need, because we take the most authentic qawl and we carry on. Ulama says no, we don't have to uncover the dead body, because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam body was uncovered. We don't uncover, wash it underneath of the qameez. Then I would say, other ulama say that is the speciality of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. حياكم الله يا أبا علي. Any other question? جزاكم الله خيرا وبارك الله فيكم. إن شاء الله تبارك وتعالى we'll see you next Wednesday. إن شاء الله. بارك الله فيكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. صلى الله عليه وسلم.